Hey y'all, it's me again. I'm going to continue reading from my 1900 book. Roosevelt takes an independent action. Roosevelt, Roosevelt found it hardest to achieve what he most wanted: the ability to intrude in the activity of major industries before they had done harm and not afterwards. His demand for legislation broke on the rock of Senate conservationism. His only resource was to continue with the prosecution under the Sherman Act, sometimes with formal success, but not always with practical effect. Something, however, could be done when industry wanted the support of government. The railways, for example, were suffering from the ability of powerful customers to demand rebates on the rates for freighting their goods. So, of course, were the smaller customers with bargaining power. With the support of many railway leaders, the Elkins Act of 1903, which forbade rebates, was passed. Though it was not very effective, it did something to show that the front of big business was not entirely solid, and still helped to allay public alarm. Moreover, when it was shown not to be effective, sorry, I like the smell of books. It was made more so by the passage of the Hepburn Act of 1906. The passage of one act made the passage of the next easier. There were limitations also in Roosevelt's own ideas of what was necessary. We should not attribute to him ideas that are more modern than his time. Although he was regarded as dangerously radical by conservatives in his day, he did not, for example, support the campaign led by Senator Beveridge for a national law governing the hours and conditions of child labor. Outrageous though the exploitation of child labor was, and in this his instinct may have been sound. The various circumstances in which children were employed in different areas of the country at different stages of economic development would have made an effective or even a just national law almost impossible to draft. On occasion, the president had an opportunity for independent action. In 1902, a prolonged strike broke out in the anthracite mining region of Pennsylvania and the neighboring states. The mines were in the hands of many small owners, loosely held together in a variety of agreements with the railways that took their coal to East Coast markets, railways which themselves owned some of the mines. The miners had hitherto never been adequately organized, and when John Mitchell, the outstanding leader of the United Mine Workers of America, moved into the anthracite regions, the owners resisted strongly. Roosevelt's strategy was to confer with both sides and even to bring them together. Not formally, for the owners would not admit Mitchell's right to speak for their employees, but under the guise of a fact-finding exercise. He succeeded in having the dispute turned over to an arbitration commission, which worked out a suitable compromise. There could be no doubt of Roosevelt's considerable success. He gained the credit for ending the strike. He has set useful, if modest, precedent for his preferred method of impartial adjudication of industrial disputes. He has shown himself undaunted by big labor as earlier by big business. He had got across the image of himself as the guardian of the public interest, the effective spokesman of the whole nation. The identification of Roosevelt with the cause of national unity had been enhanced. Please comment, rate, and subscribe down below. And if you're on TikTok, please like and follow my videos. And I'm selling stuff on Mercari and eBay, so please buy stuff from there. Some of them are same on both places. But yeah. And if you can, look by username. Contact me at the comments down below on YouTube and wherever you could comment on a TikTok. And ask me for my username, okay? Because I'm not going to give it out because of what I went through a long time ago. I have a little bit of trust issues. I'm trying to be really, really protective of my username and not just like blurting it out. I'll just comment you separately down below, okay? If you want my username, okay? Bye.